Welcome back to FortressCraft Evolved, and thanks to a few comments, I completely forgot something that was very basic. So yeah, that was me being stupid. Which is, even though these are set to remove only, conveyors can always insert into them. It would be weird, it's weird that it's labelled remove only, but yet there's an exception to it. I take issue with that, but hey, it solves the problem really easily for lots of stuff, so I'm not going to complain too loudly. And hopefully you don't either. So yes, these are add remove only, of course, which the garbage thief can then take stuff from my inventory, put stuff into the add remove only, which will then go into the conveyors, into the remove only, through the construction paste grinder, and into these, which are now full. So we've got plenty of construction paste as and when we need it. Okay, so moving back over this side, I've set up a separate sort of setup for PCBs and for copper plates. And pretty much everything else. I think I may stack this up a little higher and then just go for maybe an extra set of things for wire and for coil if we need them in future. So I'll just move the plates up or something so you get an idea. So it's going to stack upwards in a nice sort of 3-2-1 fashion, I guess, for the intermediary machines. And because they don't need power, we can put them wherever we want. Also, thankfully, thanks to a very good comment about just this 3-in-1 merge. Because it's right, left, if I moved and changed these over, these are in their opposite positions before, this means we'll get 3 plates to 1 PCB, which is exactly the ratio it needs. So then I can change this, and again, using the same thing as remove only, as the construction paste over there, everything is nicely sorted, and we will only get one thing in here, which will really help for the library, the research laboratory, sorry, not library. I did scan some more stuff, so we can go and grab those. Not a huge amount of research points, but let's just see what we get. Snow, I've scanned. And a tree trunk. So we now have an idea of something that is made of wood. There isn't terribly a lot of it around in this seed, however, so I'm not sure if you're supposed to be able to grow the stuff. So yeah, I don't want to use it up too soon until I get a sustainable source of wood. Certainly none up here, around anyway. Okay, so let's get on with the rest of the episode. And while I was out exploring, I just thought I'd show you this incoming orbital debris. Presume that's another one of those space pods we can get PCBs from. Let's go and take a look. That doesn't look too good for anything that's going to land on. Thankfully, that's not our base, so that's good. And it's crashed. Let's go and take a quick look over there, shall we? Unless I kill myself by dropping off a cliff. I did find, I think it's a hive over there somewhere. Not something I want to interfere with just yet. Let's actually just get these resources. Lots of resources. Lots of copper, which makes things much better for me. I like copper. Yeah, we need so much of it. I did get a comment actually saying why I was using that much copper. I don't know. Just a lot of things I seem to be building need copper. I guess more people, if you're going to be making lots and lots of conveyors, it uses up copper. And that's what I've been doing. Where's that crash site? Is that it? Over there? Let's go and take a quick look and see if we can find it. Yep, here it is. It's another one of these pods. So let's go and quickly grab you. There we go. Whoops. And I don't think I can scan that. No, so let's just collect it. And we get another PCB. 1 research part. Cool. Back to the base, I guess. Let's just grab a couple more resources. And let's see what we can build. Or at least if I have enough research points to build that macerator I was talking about at the end of last episode. Okay, I did have another comment that was saying that you could use this conveyor turntable as a splitter merger. Well, a merger, sort of. Yeah, it kind of works if you have stuff to feed it. This is that's full actually. That's why this isn't processing. It will take stuff from this side. It doesn't really matter what side I feed into it. It'll only feed out on the belt that's facing away from it. So it doesn't really matter which way I turn this. In fact, why are you... Oh, you're starting smelting now. So, yeah, it's only going to take from one side, preferentially, until that side runs out. And I think that somewhat depends on which way it's actually turned. it doesn't seem to actually, you know, decide to take them from another direction. Which I guess is okay. It's sort of a nice way of doing, a sort of exhaustive way of doing this. So as soon as I run out of stuff from the ore thief, it's going to start processing iron again. But yeah, it's a little odd. We will get the proper mergers fairly soon though, so that's something to bear in mind. Do I have anything else to research? No, I do not, and I don't have enough for that macerator. Okay, so to get this laboratory operational, we're going to have to power it, and I did get a couple of comments on that as well, saying it's going to hoover up a huge amount of power. So let's start this off by putting in a power, another sort of parallel setup to this one, rather than trying to transmit with lasers, at least for now. And we'll see how well that performs. If it needs more, then it needs more, but at least we're going to good start with that. So let's put in a let's say a Mark II power storage and clear up some room around here. And we've got coal right here, so we can bring the coal into any one of these with a splitter, and a turntable should work just fine for that, I would have thought. So we're going to need, where are they in my inventory? They are there. Do I need to put any particular direction these need to go? I hope not. Let's try it without any particular direction and let's see if that works. Okay, and let's put some logistics hoppers rather than, you know, we don't need a huge amount of coal. Let's just put these here and let's say here. Can put those back. There we go. So that's everything we need. We just need to feed coal into them. Hopefully. May need to face them downwards just for my... Yeah, just for my need to make everything look right. I'm sorry, but this needs to look right. Let's put this there and there, shall we say. At least for the hoppers anyway, because they got labels on them. There we go. Doesn't much matter which way it's going to face. That's going to be one there as well. Okay. Let's see if actually just by because this takes very little power. Where are we? There we go. Let's just remove that. This takes very little power, so let's just turn this sideways for a second and let's see if this powers up. Yep, it's going to get some power. Good. We're going to choose an experiment, and obviously these have, you know, these generators underneath have 100 coal in each of them, so there's no need to touch those again for a little while. I can set up the conveyors. Basic miner upgrades 2 or basic logistics. Basic logistics needs the intermediate experimental pods, so let's just go for the miner upgrades 2, at least to start off with. That needs 10 basic experimental pods, and we can start the project. So it needs those pods, and this has 5 of them. So we should be able to insert those. 8, I guess. So that can start. No? Do I have to feed this in via hopper maybe? In which case, let's just put a hopper... Well, it's going to feed in from here eventually. But just for testing, let's just put it here. And put that in. Yeah, that's going to work fine. So it's going to start processing and consuming power. At least as much power as it can do. Power available low. Supply more power for faster research. Well, if this isn't producing things terribly fast, then faster research isn't going to terribly help either. Okay, so that's that. Let me just take a quick look at the research assembler. I just want to see what the other things... where are we? Research. Assembler, help particle. So what do we need for the intermediate ones? Simplified intermediate is iron, so we need to feed in iron, which we should have plenty of actually. Do I have plenty of iron? More than copper. So let's... Have you used up all the copper already? You both stopped? Yeah, looks like you are. So we can just put in some iron. Let's put in 50 either side and let them get started. And then I'll need to wait for more copper from the rest of our mines. And hopefully we'll get the miner upgrades. And then I think I'm going to follow that up with the basic logistics as well. Because I've got a feeling that has the splitter merger in it. Basic logistics. Where would it be? It'd be in the research thing. I've already researched it. Oh, is there any way to see projects I've already researched? That's slightly annoying if there isn't. Oh well, I'm almost sure it's in there anyway, so we'll go and put it through the laboratory. In fact, hang on, it should still show up in here, shouldn't it? Ah, yeah, there we go. I was just missing it. So, basic logistics, and you will supply us with warning lights, a motorized conveyor, so presumably that is a faster conveyor, a zipper merge, there we go, much nicer zipper merge, and Fulcor beacons. I assume they are some kind of bots for combat, and an auto upgrader. Okay, so the zipper merge flawlessly combines 2 conveyor lines at a 1-to-1 ratio. Great. And can output 100 items a minute. Yep, that's fine. And the motorized conveyor. Okay, so that pulls out of a hopper much faster than a regular conveyor will. Good. Okay, so let's wait for this to finish. And by the way, I did bring my graphics settings down a little bit. So from this point in the episode forward, hopefully the graphics in terms of the frame rate should be nice and smooth. Do let me know. I think it was a bit choppy before. Every time I went exploring, it dropped. So I thought I'd better increase it a little bit and see how we go. And while that carries on, I just wanted to talk about aesthetic blocks for a little while. Well, for a very short while, actually. We can get all of our construction paste from over here just by pulling stuff out of those, which works. And then we can replace the ground. Now, if you have a look at this, this is the cement type. If we just start building something, aesthetics. So if I press C for self-craft and then aesthetics, I will get to this menu, which I have a bunch of items in there. Because I've got the Dapper DLC, because I bought this fairly early, I have these options. But if you have a look down here, there's a few things we can actually make. So there's a pillar, grills, grooved cement, reinforced concrete walls, which is like a brick texture. Let me make a few of those. And yeah, I wonder what they're going to look like on top. So I'm really looking for floors here, and then chilled reinforced block. Let's just craft a few of those. So we get the idea. Let's just actually remove a few blocks. I only need to remove 2 really at range, and we can replace them with these. So whoops, let me get to the right screen. So we could have blocks like this, or like this. But unfortunately only one way, so I can't make that face in it. Well, I guess I could face it in that direction, I guess. Or like this. That's kind of snazzy. Or I guess even like this. Now, some of those should have a beneficial effect on our run speed, if not all of them. So you'll see, maybe it's too. I need to maybe make a few more of those to make that more evident. But let me just do this. So if I run on these, you see I run faster, and the same thing is true of these as well. So actually, maybe not for those. Hang on. No, they seem to be horrible. That'll increase our speed. How about these? Yeah, that seems to be fine. Not sure why these don't, because these look really nice. Unless I'm just not missing it. Maybe a little bit. Anyway, so a bit of choice really about what kind of floors we use. Let me know. I think I'm favouring these, and we can even paint them. So we can press N to go to the paint gun, and we can right click and then choose a paint setting. At the moment, let's just choose white. I think it probably already is white. Oh no, it's I paint them all. Yeah, I kind of like a white version of this. It's nice and clean. Can we do white versions of those? Guess not. Nope, none of those, unless they already are white, I guess. Let's just choose green just to quickly test that. No, I can't paint those. But I can paint these. Okay. Let me know what you think. I'm kind of favouring this one at the moment. It does look pretty good. And let's see, how expensive are you? The brick. It's supposed to be a wall texture, but I don't see any floor textures, so it's going to be a floor as well. It needs 8 construction paste per. Okay, so we do have a construction paste system, so we can get quite a bit from over there and replace our floors. And obviously quite quickly because of just how quick we can use this build gun. I love this build gun and how you can build with it. Okay, so our initial supply of coal right here is sort of running out. So we're going to need to have another source of it. Remember, I do have an independent coal source just around here that we're already extracting. Around here. Let's just see how much that is. Let's just... no, I want to scan it. Okay, so 700,000. That's going to be okay, certainly for this machine. We could reuse that, but it's probably worth me a while building a separate ore extraction for maybe this one over here. Yeah, so let me just show you how I found those. In the crafting menu over here, you can craft blank ore pings, and you can combine those, and they need copper wire, which is why I need to set up a separate. Why I may need to set up a separate line here for wire. You can craft those in your self-craft with specific ores. So if I wanted to find lithium only now, we can do that. We just need some lithium to start off with. Of course, you can't do that until you have that ore to combine with the blank ore ping. So yeah, do that. Bear that one in mind. But under here somewhere, we've got a fairly large amount of coal. So let's see if we can go and find it and scan for it. Let's assume it's down here. Yeah, there it is. So let's scan you. How much have we got? 550,000. Certainly more than we've got near the CPH at the moment. That is, if I scan that for a second, this is 0.1, 0.01. So yeah, we definitely need another source of coal, which is fine. We just need to hook it into the rest of the system. Now I have a conveyor over there somewhere, so I will need to, set this up. But we'll do it on camera. It's just so you know where I'm getting all this coal from. So if we just extend this way, in fact, I probably want it one higher or one lower even, and then we just hide the whole thing beneath the ground. So yeah, I will do that off camera. As soon as this existing ore vein runs out, then we'll switch over to the new one. Oh, I think we're getting attacked. We are. We got attacked by one thing. Hopefully that's everything. Did you drop in a loot? Ooh. Ruined phosphorescent gland. Not exactly what I wanted. Yeah. Well, I've only seen one attacker so far. We'll see how well that goes. And see if any more keep coming in. But yeah, first attack. Just a little... Oh, no, wait. Wait, we got more. Yeah, they're coming in. I guess I can shoot you down. Down you go. Oh, it's hardly it's hardly Starship Troopers just yet, but that may change in the future. Ruined heavy chitin. Down we go again. Okay, hopefully that's all of them. We have a turret on that side of things. Oh, there's more coming in. We have a turret on that side of things, so that's good. I will continue making my coal excavators while my turret takes care of those, hopefully. Yeah. So our laboratory finished the enhanced drill rotor research, so we can now research that with research points, and we should be able to then build it, assuming we have the right ingredients. Okay, so we just need one of the basic drill motors, so we're going to... Well, just let's be efficient, shall we? We can go and grab the ones we already have and then upgrade them out, I think, just by removing them, hopefully. Can we remove them? No, guess not. That's fine. Let's just make those up. and get going. So we need probably 5. And then this is going to run me right out of copper again. But that's okay. Our sort of single turret managed to do the defense for the first one, but we're going to need probably much more power. The main thing I noticed when it was actually defending this, by the way, was it was just pulling all the power available, because this is only really sending from the CPH. So we're going to want to set up another power system rather than the CPH quite soon, I think, just to do that. And I have put this system up here. This is now supplying coal, and it's supplying it in such a way that it will go over here to our laboratory, but it will also go back to our CPH. And when it runs out of this ore vein, it'll happily continue working without me having to do anything, which is good. Let's carry on. Where was I? Ah, yeah, just upgrading this drill head. I've got one available. I guess we should upgrade copper first, because that's so much more needed than the rest. And let's quickly take a look at how much copper we've got left. Let's just see. Where is my copper vein? Here we go again. How much is left in here? A million. Oh, that'll be fine for now. Okay. It's too bright for me to see anything. You're 1. Well, let's take you, or... Where's... I thought but 2. I did but 2. Doesn't really matter. They both feed into the same hopper. So, upgrade you to the enhanced drill rotor. And we'll be able to see whether this keeps up if it drains too fast. It seems to be able to keep up for the moment, yeah. So, hopefully that'll increase my rate of copper. I need to get out of here. And we're going to get attacked from maybe a different direction. We'll see. And I'll have to go and make some more turrets. So, yeah, I'll back in a second. Oh, is that the attack? What is that? Oh, that's not good. Yeah. Can I hit it from here? That also may not be good. I hope that's the thing that's attacking. Well, I don't hope that's the thing that's attacking us, but it looks like it is. It looks somewhat like a spider bot that we can make in our base. No? Maybe it's walking this way. Okay. Carrying on. And as we're getting attacked fairly often now, I thought I'd better craft a threat reducer or 2. And we shall see if they help that. So it's going to consume some power. Whoops. It's going to consume some power. So I think maybe if we just shove it underground there for a second. And reduces threat substantially. Uses a small amount of power to reduce your base's threat. Use this for a respite from attacks while you develop your base. Doesn't work while orbital energy transmitter is online. Okay. This requires 5 copper bars, 8 tin bars. Okay, so transmitter that's fine. Let me just change back to the rock. And hopefully that will help. What is this threat's going to say? Base rating 294, 293, 292. Okay, so it's reducing threat by 50. Okay, so we killed 174 mobs in 15 waves. Lost 0 times. Attack estimated in 6 minutes. Okay, so let's see if we can bring that down again. Maybe I should make another one of those. And let's see if I can keep ahead of it with power. I've rearranged things a little bit here. You may notice a lack of lasers anymore. This isn't blocking a laser. So now down here there is a coal vein right next to our copper. So I've created that as an entirely independent power, which is quite nice. And similarly over here where I've put these turrets in, they're again not receiving power by laser. Instead, underneath here, they're receiving coal back into, our coal generators. And that is sort of working to keep these Mark II power storages full. Now, that isn't necessarily the case when there's an attack on. So when there's an attack on, what I would do, because this is shared with these smelters at the moment, either I would have a separate sort of power core for these over here somewhere, something like that. That's where the attacks are coming from at the moment. That's probably the best thing to do, actually. Or you can just, just turn these just to stop things smelting and empty out your inputs to the smelters, and they'll soon shut off. and give you your power back. So yeah, that seems to be working pretty well so far. If you guys have any tips for base defense, I've got a few Mark II turrets now, do let me know. These are quite effective at killing those first wave of enemies that we're getting, but we'll see how that goes from here on. Let me just craft another set of copper and tin. Can we make another one of those threat reducers? We can. Okay, so let's just go over here and maybe put it under this one. There we go. And is that reducing our threat even further? Yep, karma reducing threat by 100. What I don't know is how much power that's actually taking, but it's certainly not depleting this, which is being produced by the CPH. So, does it say attack estimated? Yeah. Okay, so our base rating is decreasing. Maybe we'll see if that attack stops when we get below a certain rating. Yeah, so what I may want to do is probably see if I can turn these into independent power sources as well. I'm not sure if we've got any more coal around here. Do we? Let's see if we've got coal ping 9 and those don't seem to be really close, but there may be some. We've got this coal. I guess we could send more of it down there. It's just so I don't have lasers everywhere. I sort of like, or hide the lasers at the very least. And this is obviously running from this power source, so we've got to be a bit careful on that one. In fact, no, it's coming from the CPH. Okay, that's fine. I may well add more independent batteries between the episodes, I think. I don't think I'm going to do that on camera. So what else have we got? We've still got our laboratory working away. We've obviously got the faster miners now, but it's now working on basic logistics. So that will give us the proper zipper mergers. We need 5 intermediate pods. Let's just have a look. How many have we got here? We've got 41 plates. What are you stuck on? Is it just because I've got stuff in here already? Yeah, looks like this is jammed with existing stuff. But why aren't you taking any of it? You need more circuits. Okay, so let's just remove these for temporarily. And that's producing, yeah. Okay, so that should be okay now. I just have to worry a little bit when it needs 2 types of materials. So what I may well do is add a separate line or something along these sort of lines. We don't have any kind of filters yet. So we probably want a separate research pod and maybe a separate set of stuff for iron. That would certainly keep it occupied, or just keep an eye on this. That is again... Are you blocked again? You are blocked again. Just too many plates. So I put a bunch of plates through. And that should keep it going. How are you now? Okay, so we need 4 left, then we can switch to copper. That will give us basic logistics, probably in the next episode, and then we should hopefully be able to rearrange a few bits of our infrastructure. In particular, get things being pulled faster out of these hoppers, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So one of the last things I should actually do is start to build the spider bot stuff. Oh, and here comes another attack. Well, hopefully our turrets will take care of it, but let me just shut off these just to make sure this doesn't cause much of an issue while the attacks are going on, to stop that from charging. Okay, so yes, we need a spider bot base. So let's have a look in here. Should be somewhere. So we're going to need 9 lots of this. So we're going to need 9 copper wires. Do I have enough copper to do that? I think I do. So I've created another parallel setup now. You can't just have like a 3-2-1 thing, because if this outputs into a hopper here, it'll get pulled down into here. Even if it's set to add only, it still manages to pull that for some reason. Not quite sure why. Maybe the down direction is special. In either case, it's just fine to do it like this with conveyors. And we just need to feed in some copper. So let's just feed in some there. And we got 5. Okay, I've got enough for maybe 6 of these. Yeah, 6. So let me just craft them all. And we should get a few more copper wire pretty quickly. 2 and just 1 more. It's going to pop out of here and get shot across by the conveyors, which are much faster than these machines. 3, okay. And we should then have enough for the spider bot base. Got 225 now. Building a 15 by 15 square requires 225 in total, and it may require power as well, so maybe we should build it, you know, over here somewhere that we can get 15 by 15, maybe? Not quite sure where we should build it for power. We've got an independent power source here. Not sure if this is close or far enough away, but we can build it temporarily. How much space have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wow, this is just going to be a huge thing. Okay, we're going to have to build it this way. That's fine. We've got a power cord there, so we can start that way. And let me just grab this and put you here. So we've got it available. And of course, we can use the rather excellent building mode. So let's just put down 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 15. Okay. And now we just need 14 blocks that way. All right, is that enough for you? Yep. And we'll just get rid of this line. And that should be enough to build all of this stuff, we'll see. Yes, I know it's a multi-block. We stand in the right place. Is that going to fill in below? No, good. Okay, and then we'll just actually fill this way. Till we get a square. Is that close enough? Nearly. One more. Alright, so hopefully I've built now enough of these that this will work. Oh, look at that. It's massive. And very cool. Okay, so build an induction charger. Well, that's sort of wireless power. That's fine. We also should look at the other Spiderbot option, which is in here somewhere. Spiderbot blaster, that needs a turret mark 1. Oh, yeah, okay. Where are we under? Ah, from that side. Okay, I'm going to clean up, hopefully. Ooh, we got Spiderbot. Yeah. That's kind of cool. And, yeah, back to defending things. Oh, it's from a different direction. Oh, that's not quite as good. Different direction. I did put one down over here, so hopefully that should help this. Although it may not have enough power to do that. Let's just pop you in and give you some more power, shall we? Probably upgrade that power core just so that it stores more between waves. And how's our threat reducer doing? 228. Alright, so maybe I need to build more threat reducers. And since we've got a Spiderbot base, we may as well get a Spiderbot blaster. Created one of those. Let's just grab that from wherever it's been put. Yep. And it's a matter of just putting it into a hopper. We need a hopper. Don't have any. Let's make one of those. Hoppers. Logistics hopper should be enough. Just to actually put one down next to here. Will you take from a hopper? If I put you here. And if I put a blaster in here, will you take? Yep, you will. Okay, so you got a blaster. I'm not sure how many blasters I can fit to you. That'd be, if you have more than one, that'd be good. But we got a blaster underslung here, so I assume just one from the looks of things. We also got, you know, to just move this power just one block along. And it presumably is charging. It just doesn't show the Spiderbot as having any charge. But it is docking, and it said it's awaiting resources. So let's hope that that is certainly going somewhere. So let's hope that that is actually charging it up. We'll see once it's actually got some power to do that. I can add more power here, and it does get taken by the Spiderbot. Or at least it gets taken by this docking bay anyway. And Yep, that should be due for now. Everything else seems to be okay for the moment. I'm going to upgrade, finally, now that I've got some copper on the go, now that's coming in quite quickly, I can upgrade the rest of this tin, which is on these slower conveyors. Last of the infrastructure to really get converted across to those. So, yeah, I think it's been a good episode. We've got quite a bit done. We rearranged our laboratory, so that is now producing. Are you down to need basics? So that means I need to swap this out with copper rather than the iron-based one. And I think I should have some plates. So if we put some of those in there and some here, it's just a matter of feeding copper into the plate side, I think. There we go. So that should carry on. We should get basic logistics next episode. This has all been improved. You'll notice a lack of lasers on either underground or the getting independent coal setups. There's a couple of remaining. I need to route some power. Let's take that off. I need to route some power underneath here for this garbage thief. Let's just go this way. Hopefully it's somewhere I can go. Well, there's coal there. Did I just remove something that I needed? That's quite possible. Do I have conveyors? I do, so it looks like I did remove something I needed. There we go. That should resume. So yeah, we've got some coal here. We could send power this way via laser, I think. If I put another power block here, maybe? Yeah, do I have any power blocks? I don't. Let's just finish up with that if I've got enough resources. And we can reuse those lasers just to hide them and just allow me to keep putting turrets above ground whenever I need to. That needs tin. We can just finish off, grab some tin, some copper, which you'll notice is moving along quite nicely now. And we need 2 of those and a laser maybe. Let's just put this down here. And we can hide it from view-ish. There we go. And where's our lasers? Here they are. So we can put it upside down, I guess. Yep. And put another laser here. Is that feeding in? If I take power out of that. Yeah, it's going back into the garbage. So that's all working. So we can fill in the rest of this with rock or whichever chosen aesthetic block you like. Let's just fill that back in. Yeah, that's... I guess that's fine. Don't have any problems with hiding that, and then we can just hide this end. Oh, I'm out of rock, really? Oh, okay. Guess we'll have to replace it with some aesthetic blocks. Yeah, we'll figure that one out. So, that means no longer laser needed here. This is purely being used for the ore extractor, which is for this coal. So I could get rid of this coal, and it's also providing power to our tin. So as soon as I switch the tin across, I can remove this, and then probably remove this, and we'll end it with a much neater setup. For that, hope you'll join me in the next episode. Feel free to like, like, subscribe, and share. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and we'll see you next episode. Once again, as normal, thanks for watching.